Today's video is going to be on the different special rights patterns. We've got two that we're going to go over. The first one is 45, 45, 90 special rights. And you can see the triangle here in the middle that's showing that pattern. You've got two 45-degree angles here and here. The key is across from 45 is going to be the S. Across from the 45 is S. This is an isosceles right triangle. They're both S's, which is showing that those two sides are going to be congruent. And then across from the right angle is S root 2. It's all about that across from relationship. So when I look at the first example here, I see this is 45. That means that this is 45. Across from the 45, I'm going to label that as S. Across from 45, I'm going to label that as S. And across from the 90, I'm going to label that as S root 2. So now that I know where all of my pattern pieces go, I look to see what I'm given. And this is nice. I'm given that S is equal to 9. Well, this side is also S. So this side is also 9. And then the hypotenuse is S root 2. So if S is 9, I know that this side is going to be 9 root 2. All right, we've got another example over here. Again, we see that our 45, we go across from that 45. That's the whole relationship is across from 45. That's S. Here's my other 45. Across from 45 is S. Remember, the legs are congruent. This is an isosceles right triangle. And then across from 90, this is S root 2. So if you see this is S root 2 and this is 3 root 2, I look at the pattern piece I'm given. If S root 2 is equal to 3 root 2, I want to get S by itself, so I divide by root 2. Those root 2's cancel. S is equal to 3. Or again, just look at this. If it's S root 2 and it's 3 root 2, that means that S must be equal to 3. Well, this side is representing the S. That means that Y is 3. This side is also what the value of S is. So this side is also going to be 3. So it's 3, 3, 3 root 2, following that 45, 45, 90 special rights pattern. All right, we have a second special rights pattern, and that second special rights pattern is the 30, 60, 90 special rights. Again, the key is that across from relationship. So when I'm looking at 30, the side across from 30 is L. When I find my 60-degree angle, I look across from 60, and that's going to be L root 3. I find 90, across from 90 is 2L. Again, that's my pattern. So when I go to apply that to my first diagram, I start with 30. Here's 30. I go across from 30. This is representing the L piece of my pattern. I find 60. Across from 60, this is going to represent L root 3. And then I find 90. Across from 90, this is representing 2L. I always start by labeling my pattern pieces on the sides of the triangle. Then from there, I look to see which side I'm given. I'm always going to be given one side. This is the best case scenario. I'm given that L is equal to 20. That's exactly what I need to know. Because X over here, this is L root 3. Well, I found out that L was 20. So if this is L root 3, that means that this is 20 root 3. So X is 20 root 3. The hypotenuse, this is the 2L part of the pattern. Again, if my L is 20, that means that this is 2 times 20. And I find that Y is going to be equal to 40. All right, same thing for our last one. Remember, it's all about that pattern piece. Here's 60, here's 90. The third angle wasn't given to you, but we know because of triangle sum, this one has to be 30. I find 30. Across from 30 is the L. I find 60. across from 60, this is the L root 3. I find 90, across from 90, this is 2L. Again, we always start by labeling our pattern on the sides of our triangle. We've got to see what each side is going to be representing. Then we look to see what side were we given. Here, I'm given that L root 3 is equal to 7 root 3. Again, a couple different ways that we can look at this. L root 3 is 7 root 3. L root 3 is 7 root 3. That means that L is equal to 7. Or we can solve for L by dividing by root 3. The root 3's cancel, and again, you find the same thing, that L is 7. If we don't know what L is, the first thing that we want to do is find out what L is, because L is what we're going to plug in. Over here, Y is what L is. Well, we just found L is 7, so Y is 7. X is representing the 2L piece, so 2 times 7, X is going to be equal to 14. All right, that is all that I have for you today.